Okay, yes. Man, I have to unplug and plug in my mic. I had it unmuted. It just was not working. Cool. Yeah, okay, so rest or go, which is better? It's subjective, right? Because but you could do pretty much the same thing with both of them, like in the end, like business wise. So what do you prefer? And that's probably the best language for you. Right now, for me, I don't know Rust, and I do know, oh, sorry. I don't know Go, and I do know Rust. So I like Rust the more. I like Rust more, but that doesn't mean really much in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so here's this resource data. We've cast you, and we're going to do the same thing for you. So, resources, get mute, unwrap, and cast mute. And I think that was that. Still a bunch of these to do. As long as it's not JavaScript, right? I'm like, I feel like I'm in the minority, but I actually like JavaScript. It might be due to the fact that it's like one of the first languages outside of systems administration languages that I use to like make money and do a lot of stuff with. So I actually like JavaScript quite a bit. I have fond memories of it. That being said, I am also programming it during the day job, and I prefer to spend my free time programming in Rust. So take that with a grain of salt. I think that JavaScript is a great business language. It's very easy to hire for, and it's very easy to like build so many cool stuff with really fast. All right, get resource mute. So stop that. Resources, get mute. Dot into. I think that's it for this. Okay, so you're happy here. Moving down, we have you. We can actually see these errors, so I don't need to have that open right this second. Okay, so the world method with component. Okay, so this is really an insert for a U size. So we'll see whether or not we have that in the other one. I'm guessing not, because we're just starting to fill this out here. So entity data dot insert name dot into, and then pass in the data. And I think that's it. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't have something for U size here, so we need to fix that. So we need to go to entity data and add U size. Okay, so insert. What are we doing here? We're inserting into it, so we need to find a thing. So let wrap U sizes equals self dot components dot get mute. The name, I'm gonna unwrap you, so that gives us this mutable reference, and we're gonna borrow mute. Let U sizes equal to the wrapped U sizes dot. So we borrowed it, so then we want to cast mute, and we need to say what you are, I believe. So you're going to be a mutable reference to a vector of usize. All right, yeah, so that doesn't exist yet, but once we have that, then it's going to be usizes, push the data. And that's it. That's all we really care about here. But we do have to add this in. So that is for each component. Yeah, we don't have a usize in here. Which means, okay, so we need to add you in here. Okay, so cast mute and also this. I think these are pretty much the same thing. If let components size number equals self, turn the number, else panic. Try to cast to a usize when not a usize. Then add you in down here. No. Okay, so I think that's good for you. We're back to you. We're good to go here. We just added. I think in here we have to add usize. Right. Okay, we just added usize in here for this. Oh, so that's entity data. Okay, so we just added you, and that makes you go away. I'm trying to like keep my tab list clean here because like as I'm going through all these different files, remembering which ones I was in it's actually a lot tougher. Right, and I forgot I need to return self with this. So that makes you happy here. So you're all good here then. Then we're going to get resource. All right, so we'll find out whether or not the resources have a usize. We'll see. No, they do not. Okay, so this is going to be usize for resources, which I think is a mod in resources. Yeah. No, it's yeah, okay, so we need usize here. Get, okay, so I think it's gonna be self dot resources dot get. Ooh, one of them needs to be mute, one of them needs to be not. I don't know if I can easily do that. Mute. Okay, so mute, pass it in the name. We know this is a stir. Unwrap, and then cast. So I'll cast you to there, and then you become a cast mute. Right. So we now need to implement the cast traits for usize for resource. Oh, I turned that off. I didn't mean to do that. Resource. Cast size. All right. What do we got here? If let source usize will self turn the number. Let's panic. Okay, so I think that's good. No more errors in here. No more errors in here or warnings. Nothing in there. Okay, so continuing down. Are we on the last one? Get resource mute. Okay, self dot sources get mute into. No more warnings in here. Okay, so we got 2 warnings across all. Missing match arm for you. For you size now. Okay, so we don't need to use this clone here. It's gonna auto copy. Okay. Oh, I think what I have to do is dereference here and it copies out. That's what it does. So it wants me to use that instead of like the clone method. I have Clippy installed. Clippy is like a linter for Rust, and it's a lot more strict than even normal Rust, like the linter from like RLSs. Other locate. Okay, so writing. But what do you want me to do? Okay, so get nearby indexes. Writing reference to vec instead of involves one more reference and cannot be used with non-vec slices. I like this. Change this to, and then nothing. I can't even scroll down with it. Okay, so this is in alignment. Other locations. Oh. Because I don't know how big it is. That's why I can't like set it as an array. I think what I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. Well, makes you happy. If it makes you happy, I'll let you auto fix it. I like it when the editor can do things like that and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I don't need this draw. I can remove that. This world. Okay, so the clear screen system. I think we can just delete this file. We're not using it here. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that. Stop referencing it. Quick screen systems. Stop using that. Okay, so we have resource we're not using. Okay, using clone, so we can use the dereference and then remove this clone. Okay, function is never used to visualize ranges system. Yes, that's true. The reason why it's never used is because I only turn this on for debugging purposes. So I should allow dead code. So the way I do that is this allow dead code. That will stop worrying about this. And then it's my spell checker saying, hey, unknown word. Yeah, go ahead and just, that's a real word, sure. There's no errors. Okay, this has been like 2 days of refactoring and we haven't been able to run the simulation at all. Let's go in and try it out. So I need to go into lib. Need to make sure we're doing not too many if I'm doing debugging mode. I'll switch you to 100. All right, let's run it. All right, panic. Okay, so it called an option unwrap on a none value in entity data, line 44. So entity data, line 44. Okay, so let rep components. This is per points. Okay, so self components, get name unwrap. So at some point in here, we tried to remove these to get the points out, and that didn't work too well. If it's a none, that means we tried to get it and there weren't any there in order to insert in, which means we need to register. And so we register, let's see. We're registering acceleration, we're registering location, we're registering rotation and velocity. Now, what other components do we have here? So we have location, velocity, acceleration, and rotation. Let's see. So that's what? That's 4 of these, and that's only 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 of those. So that makes you, that's correct, right? Okay, so component names. I need to go remember how register works. So register, we take in the name. So that's gonna be, okay, our component names acceleration, location, rotation, and velocity. And down here, component names, location, velocity, acceleration, and rotation. Okay, so they should be the same. We then have, okay, we pass in component type. Which is this component. That's where I have like the names of it. So, okay, it's gonna be a point, F32, and point. Come down here. Then we do with components, point, and then an F32. Okay, so that should be fine there where we're doing it for the appropriate types. In here, it is a point we try to do the insert on, so that's fine. Okay, so then in mod or register, okay, self-entity data register, name into, and component type. Let's go to register. So we get components equals, so we have point, it gives us a components point, and then F32, that gives us an F32 type. Okay, that's fine. And then self components insert, the name and components. I'm doing this into twice. I'm wondering if that's a problem here. So I think what I want to say is I don't want this to be generic at all. I want you to just be a string coming in. I don't have to do this name into twice because I think that's, it's got a string into something. So if I do that, is it the exact same place? It is, line 44. Okay, so I have to, what I need to do is do these registers, and then I want to like print out what is in those components. So in order to do that, we need to go into the entity data. Okay, for these components, I want to derive debug. That means string will be fine, hash map will be fine, but the components need a derive debug too. Okay, that should be fine then. And then, oh, I also need to public that, don't I? I want you to be pub. You to be pub. After I register, I want to do a debug of the world dot entity data. That's it. I just want to debug that out so we can see. And of course, we're going to panic right afterwards, so we'll be fine. Okay, so I see here we have, okay, components. We have acceleration, rotation, velocity, and location. All of these have like vectors. So acceleration is a point. Rotation is a, yeah, okay. I do notice these are lowercase here. So I'm wondering if there's going to be, if we're going to get interesting. So then for point with component, I think it's in here. No, it's not that. Where was the actual problem? It was mod like 44. Oh, entity data line 45 now. Okay, so in here, I want to do, so we're going to get a self components get, pass it in this name, and we're getting nothing. So I want to debug the name. And see what exactly is it that we're trying to get? And is it the same? Look at that. We're trying to get a capital L location when it's a lowercase l location. Okay, that's a problem. Over here in my flocking simulator, we have the component names. Look at this. What are you doing? No, bad. Ah, okay, so there, make you the same. So I wonder if I shouldn't even do this and just have it be the same one, just like into a string. So if I remove you completely, that way we only have this one. It can only be this. Inner mod where we do register, it needs a string, so that's fine. When we do with component, it needs a static str. I'm gonna say that it actually needs into string. It's not quite as nice because we're doing it into, and then I'm immediately doing a reference to that. But are you then if I do that, I need to come up to here and fix you. Just wherever you exist, be a string. Right, now wherever we have problems, be a reference also. Oh, I can't do name into, can I do? Oh, but not all of them are that, just. Okay, so all the get resource. These need to be, go to the end, that. You upset about? Into string here for those. Okay, so with components, reference there. I don't actually know. I get the feeling this isn't faster than if I had just done them one at a time instead of trying to like bulk update them. Okay, so then that's all of you. All right. You want me to add a default implementation now? I don't. Can I? Can you just figure it out? Yeah, okay, cool. You can. All right, so errors wise, you're just yelling at me about something inside of Rust. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and try this again. All right, so we have all of these in here, the names as like it's grabbing them and doing the inserts. That's fine. Okay, so then we're panicking at not yet implemented. Well, that needs to be fixed. Resource line 121. Yeah, okay, so apparently I missed this one. We got you, so just not you. Okay, so cast mute for a point. Now, did I implement debug on these? I didn't. Can I? Ref debug. I think I can. Okay, so that what that means is try to cast a to a point. So that will be a little bit nicer of an error message. All right, let's try this again. Another not yet implemented. This time at components. So we're casting to the vec of F32. Okay, so I think it's the same thing. So okay, I think that works. Oh, and then I need to pass in that. Try again. Yes, okay. Oh, and then I need to forgot because I turned off the clear screen method. We need to put that back in. So the main library, no, the other main library in U down to draw. So we have this if self has resized, we're gonna graphics clear. I actually want to do this up here to get the background color for this. Do graphics clear if we've resized. But we also just actually, you know what? I don't think we need to do this anymore. We're gonna be graphics clearing no matter what. That goes up there. I don't even know if we need this anymore. I think we do because we're screen size system. Like setting set screen coordinates. I only want this to happen. Oh, I probably should like have it update the resized false in there. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this again. Here we go. Here's our flocking simulation. We only have 100 voids in this one, but it's using the new and improved ECS system. It's which is working pretty nicely, it looks like. So before I forget, I do want to fix, okay, we need to remove these debugs. So I need to remove you. And there is one more, right? There's that debug. Where's entity data? Right here. Okay. So remove those two debugs, and then what's the next thing? I want to fix the handle screen size change. So whenever we do the screen size change, I want to have like I think it's a has changed. Yeah, has resized bool. So I want to basically in update here. Has screen change to system. Let's mute self dot as resized into there. As resized is just going to be a mutable reference to a boolean. After we do all of this stuff, I then want to just handle that, like to say as resized is now false. Like and I need to dereference it to get like the exact position in memory and then flip that to false. Okay, so now if I restart you, I should be able to resize you and everything looks that happens every once in a while, and I don't think it's within my code. I think there's something going on with like the video card when I like do it too fast or like go too small. Now, okay, that works. And you can see like right above me, I have OBS capturing that window. So when it's running, I can leave it running in the background, and it looks nice and awesome. Cool. Okay, so that is we did a lot there. Let's go take a look at what our issue was for it. It was I don't think, did I not create a... Oh, that was in BBECS. Experimenting with component storage, that was... Yes, this one is canceled. We can't do that. We tried. Can I... Oh, I can't I can't remove that. So I have to view you in GitHub. Oh, wrong browser. Wrong thing. I want the... No, wrong thing. Where's my... Oh, I haven't pinned it. Okay, so I don't want you. I want ECS. Okay, so this just can't be done. So I'm just going to figure out how to do this with the components wrapped in a RC ref cell. However, we did move entities to, or the components. Okay, so we did move the vector of the component to the enum. So we only have to cast once. So I'm gonna just close you with a comment. All right, I should, before I forget, also merge this. So we're in the vec and enum. I want to, oh, we need to do all these. Okay, so what is this? This is moved components to be a vec in the enum. Go ahead and push you. And we'll just merge you into master. What's the problem with that? Push you up. We haven't set up any kind of like CI/CD system for this yet. But that's obviously going to be coming. With that, I can now delete all of these other branches because I'm not using them anymore. Okay, so there's that. That's all good. Flocking rest. Okay, so we also have made a lot of changes. So fixed errors after using new ECS. Back to here and merge you in. Okay, so everything should still work. We're in master on both of them. So we're good to go then. We are good to go there, which means I can now delete these other branches. Delete those there, and then delete you here. Okay, we're good to go there. Okay, back to the BBECS. What is the next thing for us to work on? We have a couple of these open issues here. Set up proper error handling. Figure out. Okay, wait. Refresh. There you go. Set up proper error handling. Set up the CI/CD, and then deploy. I think set up the proper error handling is going to be next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new branch just for this. So we're going to create a new branch off of here. And then in the flocking rust, I want to create a new branch for to match this one. So I want, can I copy your name? Yeah. So it's going to be the same there. I'm going to just set up these branches, push them up. Now, how to do proper error handling in Rust. It's interesting because it's not necessarily intuitive, because there's no such thing as like a try catch. Instead, like everything has to be returned, and it gets handled sort of that way. That being said, there is a result type that we can use all throughout this. So how do we want to do that? I'm thinking for like the strategy for this is we're going to come through BBECS, and we're just going to start from we can maybe just start from top to bottom. I don't know. Here's like components. Unfold all of you. All right, what are things that can happen here? Okay, so for example, when we cast mute or cast, this is something that like can happen or it cannot. So either it's going to be an option, meaning it's like, oh, you try to cast and you get nothing from it, or it's an error. You tried to cast, it's an error. You can't do that. Error. So I'm almost thinking this should be an error. If you attempt to cast and you can't do that, I don't want it to be a game result because that's a specific to GGEZ, meaning that we have to invent our own error now. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to go look at crates for creating these errors. My favorite run right now is error. But I always have to remember exactly how to use it. Okay, so this is going to be results of what it is. But if I need to create a custom error, error works with any error type that has an impl of standard error, including ones defined in your crate. We do not bundle a derive error macro, but you can write the impls yourself or use a standalone macro like this error. Okay, so I probably want to use this error and then in combination. So yeah, okay, so we have an enum with just the different errors in it. We have to derive error and debug. Plug enum, data store error. Then we just have all the errors in here. Data store disconnected. Oh, and these can just be wrapped errors, or they can be like strings. The strings might be nice. Oh, this is nice. Okay, look at this. Error, invalid header, expected. expected, found. Okay, so invalid header is a anonymous struct. This one looks nice, actually. Okay, a display impulse is generated for your error if you provide these things. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. All right, so what this is telling me is we can... Oh, let's keep this open. I want to create an error for this. So an error for casting to here. So in VB-ECS, in source, I want to create a new file. We're going to call this errors.rs, which means pub mod errors. We also need to pull in this error. It's just, okay, this error. I'm in flocking Rust. I need to be ECS, okay, cargo, add this error. And as we found out, every time we do that, we have to restart the Rust analyzer. Okay, so how this works, we need to use this error. We're gonna derive error from this error and debug. And then we're gonna have an enum of like what all of our errors are gonna be. So we're gonna have, and this needs to be a public enum. So pub enum VB ECS error. That looks terrible, but I'll do it. Lord Mist, hello. Okay, so if we're gonna have that. And our first error here, we want to go back into here, is gonna be if we attempt to cast to some components, which is gonna be one of these, and it's like, it's not one of those. Is they'll be in petting distance. I don't see him. I don't see Zilby. I don't think he is. I'm so sorry. I'll leave the request up though to remind myself in case he comes. I will pet him. Okay, so we can do something like this. This is gonna make it really easy. So this is there like a good one to like valid header? This is really gonna be like the error is casting components. And it's gonna be this this like from. You can have like a string and a to, which can be a string. And then, okay, so then up here we need to do a derive, debug, and error. And then pull you in. You don't know. Okay, hold on. Error, debug. Okay, so then we need to use this error. then for each of these, we want this error, which then is that. And now we can put in the string for what the display is going to be. So attempted to cast component from interesting. Okay. So we have to like take, oh, expected, found. Okay, so it figures that out. So it's just expected brackets expect, oh, interesting. Oh, okay. So I think what it is the string is gonna like display out the parentheses and the word expected. Okay, so from, and this is gonna be from colon question mark like that to colon question mark like that. I think that's what it is. Okay, so if I save you, then okay, then we're happy. This now implements display for this specific error. So if I do this, casting components error, we're back to this. Now I also want to bring in error. Restart you, and then we need to go, remember, how do we use error? So we're going to use error results. I guess it's going to be pretty simple. I don't think I want to use one-off errors like that. Although apparently I could easily. That could be interesting too. So I think the way this works is in this mod, we're also gonna pull in. So instead of returning this, we're gonna return a result, but it's gonna be an error result, which will have this in, like that. And it's gonna be the exact same thing here. And I'm pulling in error result and sort of like using that one instead of the default result. Now, all of these are yelling at me because we need to actually return the result. So I kind of want to take all these cast mutes. Okay, I actually want to undo this change. Okay. We're gonna start over this. I'm gonna take all the cast mutes. Go to the end. Oh, this is not gonna be nice. Go to the home. Okay, go to there. Turn a result. A result. Then go there and close it out. Okay. Now, what you're yelling at, let's do the same thing for cast then too. Oh no, that's gonna be terrible. I don't need you. Let's do this again. Okay, so, oh no, okay. I want like function cast. That captures you. Function cast. Okay, I want everything that does exactly that. Oh, that won't catch anything else. Okay, fine. You? There we go. Now, just move forward to here, result. Close you out. Okay. Now we have tons of errors about me not returning a result anymore. So we need to fix that. So how do I do that? Okay, so if you return points, this is just gonna be an okay and points. That's gonna be fine here. But for this one, we don't want to panic anymore. I want to, and why? Oh no. That wasn't what I wanted at all. Okay, hold on. So you delete. Okay, so I did this wrong. Select all of you like that. Move out here to the beginning. So this is going to be a result. Okay, that should be better. There we go. Now it doesn't matter how big the word point is or usize or anything else. All right. Okay, so we're gonna return an okay here. And then I don't want to panic like this. What I want to do is return a new error actually. So we're gonna return a error. Oh, it's error. And then it's gonna be this errors BB-ECS error. So casting components, and then we have this from. Okay, so from is gonna be the string, which is gonna be from, I guess like component to a point. It's really like a vec of point. And it's really a immutable reference to a vec of point. And so I want to return that. Okay, so then that makes you happy. You need to be, oh yeah, okay, you need to be an into. Can I do an into? No, I can't do that. We'll just do .toOwned. Okay, so I need to wrap it. Is that what needs to happen? I need to wrap it, wrap error? think that's what it is. So let's see, error result. Wrap error. So instead of error like that, I think it's this wrap error. I won't do that. Wait, maybe I don't need to wrap error? Hold on, I'm confused. Let's go back up to the top. Let's read this. Let's see. Okay, so if it handles the standard error trait, which this error should do. Okay, so I'm returning the right result, I believe. Okay, so here we have a result, which is the error result. Okay, type and then the error. That's what we're returning if we're good. And then I do want to, is there an error in, it's error report. I don't think there's, yeah, no. Okay, so we're using this error. So here's our enum. We've derived enum. We have this error in here. Wait, but how do we use it? Let's see. What am I missing? There. Mismatch types, expect to struct error report, found enum errors. Do I have to tell you that you're actually like the type of error? So error report. do I want to say something like just error? No, okay, so it's not error. Oh, can I say like maybe ECS error? No, okay. Oh wait, do we have to do an into? Is that all? Like that? Yes, that's all I need to do. And into right here will then give me that. Okay, so then the idea here is I can now do that for the rest of these. Is we can now have like, okay, like all of these get wrapped around, so they become just okay. That. And essentially we have this error right here. So error, and then from components into I guess this is still point. So then this is slowly becoming happy. All right, so I think we have a plan. We can now slowly start working towards this. It is, let's see, let's go ahead and send this all up to GitHub. We are starting to handle errors using this error and error. I'll go ahead and push that up. This is going to be in the branch, the setup proper error handling branch. And we haven't set up the flocking simulator to be able to run with this. So there's going to be lots and lots of errors there. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the YouTube video here. So next time in the next video, we'll be continuing to work on all of these errors and fixing them.